Have you ever seen a flute that costs thousands of dollars? It may sound unbelievable, but to create a complete flute, you need at least 3 years. Exactly 3 years just to dry bamboo naturally. During this time, the worker must check and take care of it every day like taking care of a pet, always keeping an eye out to avoid mold or cracking. So how does flute making begin? First, you must choose bamboo trees that have been hibernated for exactly 3 years. Then, use a caliper to measure to see if the size meets the standard, and the allowable error is only about 0.1 millimeters. After that, the worker will use a saw to gently cut one side of the bamboo, then place it on the electric stove to roast like a skewer grill. The purpose is to whip away remaining moisture and grease in the bamboo, while softening the surface to make it easier to punch holes later. When the color of the bamboo has changed significantly, we will move to the next step. Use sandpaper to smooth the surface. Next, the worker will use a stone pen to draw a straight line as a standard, ensuring the hole punching is not skewed. Then, the process of drilling the vulva begins. These round holes will appear quickly, but don't be too happy. They need to be scraped clean from the edges of the holes so as not to cause discomfort when used. After completing the punching part, the craftsman will clean the inside surface of the flute to ensure that the sound when blown out is as sweet as possible. Next is the step of making the flute head, also known as the flute tail, to isolate the outside airflow and improve sound quality. Once the plug is complete, continue the step of wrapping the rattan towel around the body of the flute. The step requires super skillful workmanship. Do not wrap it too tight or too loose. After that, we will enter the coating stage. Each flute requires at least 3 coats of paint to achieve a smooth, mirror-like shine. That's not all. High technology will step in with sophisticated patterns engraved on the surface, creating a splendid appearance for the flute. Finally, the craftsman will add a thin layer of gold leaf to add elegance. And when it's all done, it's time to try out the sound. With just a light blow, the flute's wonderful sound will resonate, pleasing anyone who loves musical instruments. This is the entire process to make a handmade flute. How do you feel? Not easy but extremely interesting, right? With one like and follow is the motivation for me to make more videos in the future.